What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Wednesday evening, and I'm very glad to make this video because for the first time ever, I'm going to comment on what I think about Frank Tufano's Wi-Fi shielding. Okay? Now, originally, I've not been able to say anything about it. The reason being is because I work for Verizon Wireless. So it would have caused a conflict of interest. As some of you guys know, Verizon was at the time coming out with 5G services. And there's been a lot of hoo ha about 5G uh, services causing radiation, and it's going to damage your cells and it's going to turn you into a mutant or so forth. Frank Tufano, as well as many other people, it's not just Frank Tufano. There's a lot of people that sell these Wi Fi shielding products. They've been doing it for close to 60 years, starting with Wi Fi shielding for power lines because they thought that power lines were going to cause people to turn into mutants. Of course, since places were testing the atomic bomb and everything like that after the Manhattan Project from World War II, that sort of accelerated the process, you know. But now that I don't work at Verizon, I can now say that Frank Tufano is one stupid motherfucker, okay? Now, let me explain all of this Wi Fi shielding stuff here. And here's the thing, folks. Most of these Wi-Fi shieldings is referring to protection against electromagnetic radiation. Now, what is that, people? It's quite simple. These are things such as microwaves, gamma waves, but also light waves, ultraviolet rays, the fact of the matter is that we need electromagnetic radiation in order to live, in order to survive. Okay, that's one thing. If we didn't have light waves or anything like that, that's part of that electromagnetic radiation. All life would cease to exist on planet Earth. There. Okay. Now, in terms of the Wi-Fi shielding to protect you from what? Okay, let's start with most people have a Wi-Fi router or so forth. But did you know that if your Wi-Fi router is not connecting to any device or is in use, then it doesn't transmit anything. Okay, there's less radiation in the transmission of a Wi-Fi router than you turning on these lights here, including the one in the back. Okay. In order for the Wi-Fi router to transmit anything, there has to be a signal sent to it from a computer. Okay. So if you're beating your ding-a-ling off on a computer, such as what Frank did on X Hamster or so forth, then him beating his schlong off and sticking things up his ass would have been transmitted over to his Wi-Fi router, and there you go. You got a little bit of radiation. Okay, that's one thing. Now he also talks about the dangers of radiation from our microwaves. Now, of course, just about every American owns a microwave. I hardly use mine, of course. I mostly use my Ninja Foodie Grill because it just makes food taste better. Here's the thing, folks. Microwaves have doors on them. Okay. Do you ever notice that you can't turn on a microwave unless you close the door? You know why? Because that's the way it's set up there. The door protects, keeps radiation from coming out of it whenever it's cooking your damn food. Okay. So door open, microwave not turn on. Door closed, microwave turns on, no radiation gets anywhere. Okay? Period. Now, as far as power lines and stuff like that, like I said, that's why they have shielding and all that old rubber on those lines itself here. But the one thing that I have to make clear is this here. There is no way in the world that you can avoid electromagnetic radiation. It's all around us, okay? It's all around us. Whether you turn on the lights, whether you walk outside or anything like that, there's going to always be radiation out there. Radiation is the foundation of the universe. There's radiation that's flowing throughout the galaxy, okay? So sleeping in a Wi-Fi tent is practically useless there, and it offers absolutely no benefits other than draining your wallet. Because as soon as you get out of this tent itself, which is honestly not guaranteed to work, and you walk right outside your door, guess what? You're getting hit with radiation, okay? Wi-Fi shielding, for the most part, is just for all the parts, it's just a big giant scam. It's always been a scam. It's been a scam for like 60 years, okay? Probably more than 60 years. There's always going to be some sort of snake oil salesman selling these products here, okay? Don't buy into the hype. Don't buy any of this crap here, you just have to use a little bit of common sense here as far as radiation is concerned. Now, can radiation be dangerous? Sure, if you're stepping up against a nuclear power plant, or if you stay out in the sun too long and you end up getting a sunburn, okay? Or you get caught into a house fire and guess what? You get burned. That's radiation. That's technically a radiation burn, Tufano's a dumbass, but, I'm going to be honest with you. P.T. Barnum used to say there's a sucker born every minute. And Frank Tufano wouldn't be able to sell these products if there weren't too many suckers out there and, just literally. I hope you guys get what I'm saying, so... I'm glad I was finally able to get out in the air. Now that I'm not working at Verizon, I can comment on things such as Tufano's silly Wi-Fi shielding. Okay? Radiation is all around us, okay? You can't avoid it. It doesn't matter how many Wi-Fi shielding products. And honestly, it does no good to avoid it. Our body has mechanisms in place to protect us from dangerous radiation. And if you go out into the sun and you burn easily, well, put some sunscreen on, all right? People have been using sunscreen for hundreds of years. Think about it. That's all I got to say today, people. Like and subscribe to the Vince Goodrum channel. Click the link below. Peace and soul.